immediately once he passed the law. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's 8-4 for the penalty. The state chose not to drop the penalty, and she wanted to file a motion to implement that. She wanted to go underneath these new guidelines. So it has Florida's governor made this new law. It's for anybody.
Literally.
Not just for Melly. It's for anybody who is currently having a penalty case. So, is it fair? No.
Absolutely not.
It's basically like a decision from the that was someone who really did deserve the penalty, but that's nor here nor there. So yeah, today we had more jury selection because the jury panel had to get penalty qualified.
Oh yeah.
So that's what we did today.
The YNW Melly trial couldn't have started in a worse way. Here's what you need to know. On the first day of trial, it was announced, and I quote, "Judge lowers threshold for the penalty for YNW Melly if he is convicted by granting a motion to allow jurors to recommend the penalty sentence with an 8-4 vote instead of the usual 12-0 vote." Around 6 months ago, the entire rap world was celebrating the fact that the penalty was taken off of the table in this case. The worst case scenario was YNW Melly would have been sentenced to life in prison if found guilty. However, the first day of trial today, the judge decides to put it back on the table and actually make it really easy to happen. Then to follow it up today in the courtroom, new paperwork was released sharing something concerning, as the headline of the new papers filed by YNW Melly's lawyers state, and I quote, "Motion to request enforced discovery cutoff," with details stating, on or about April 10th, 2023, jury selection on this matter commenced. On April 14th, 2023, the state of Florida filed an 18-page report pertaining to forensic testing on the vehicle subject matter to this case. Then again on May 12th, 2023, the state of Florida filed supplemental discovery adding 3 new A witnesses. Then again on May 12th, 2023, the state of Florida filed a 68-page report on the crash date system in the vehicle, where Sakchaser and Juvy are believed to have been affected, along with 2 additional supplemental reports authored by Detective Williams. Now, this is all very concerning. For context on what this actually means, right when the jury was selected and trial was set to begin, the feds slammed a 68-page report of evidence against YNW Melly. Now, doing so, this now gives Melly's lawyers 0 time to read over the evidence and create defenses for Melly. A comment on this new report went viral, and it could give a deeper meaning in this states, and I quote, "They are trying to make YNW Melly run out of money. They always do this to people that have reputable lawyers that cost a lot of money. You're not going to beat this case if you cannot afford the good lawyer anymore. YNW Melly's been having to pay for that extremely expensive lawyer now for the last 5 years, and he hasn't been able to go out and make more money. I don't think YNW Melly's innocent, but he still does deserve a fair trial." So if this was not bad enough today in the courtroom, the interview with YNW Bortland would also resurface today in the court files, as on the night of October 26, 2018, when YNW Bortland drove Sakchaser and Juvy to the local hospital after the incident went down. In the process of dropping them off at the hospital, a police officer that was already at the hospital would go on and arrest YNW Bortland while they gathered more information on why he just dropped off 2 people in this condition at the hospital. Shortly after, the feds would then sit YNW Bortland down and ask why this happened. Here's how it went.
And I'm driving, ducking for my life, trying to make sure I don't get hit. And you telling me, you telling me about some shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. I'm driving. I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna be worried about? You know what I'm saying?
I know it's not for you to worry about.
Shit crazy, bro.
But if you tell me it happened there's gotta be some evidence there. There's gonna be broken glass, just like there's broken glass over here from when you guys open the doors and stuff like that. Okay, there's gonna be broken glass over there when the windows got out. There's gonna be casings from the people at your car. Okay, there's gonna be evidence over there. Okay, right now, there's nothing. I kind of think I know what happened because I got information.
As YNW Bortlen explained to the feds on why Sakchaser and Juvy had just sadly passed, the Fed was not believing a single word Bortlen just said, which would explain why Melly and Bortlen were later arrested for the passing of Sakchaser and Juvy and was taken into the local jail. However, 4 months into their jail time, YNW Bortlen would be released on bail. Meanwhile, YNW Melly was left in jail all alone in lockup by himself. This would obviously raise a major red flag, leaving many to believe that Bortlen may have snitched on Melly. However, it was more of a detective finding the truth behind their passings. You see, Detective Christopher Williams would announce in a courtroom when the 4 YNW affiliates were leaving the recording studio on October 26, 2018. GPS evidence tracked on YNW Melly's cell phone by using nearby cell towers would show YNW Bortlen driving the vehicle into a random empty parking lot and proceeding to drive their vehicle all the way to the back corner. This is away from any surrounding homes and/or witnesses. Now, the feds believe this was already planned out between Bortlen and Melly. YNW Bortlen's job was to create a distraction inside of the vehicle. Meanwhile, YNW Melly would do the act towards Sakchaser and Juvy, as the same GPS evidence shared that after the act was done, the vehicle sat in park for roughly 40 minutes, until mysteriously YNW Melly hops out of the car, walks around it in a circle, and then starts sprinting home by himself on foot. The theory is that YNW Melly used his firearm towards the vehicle on the outside to make it appear as if they went through a drive-by, and that would then be Bortlen's excuse for Sakchaser and Juvy when he brought them to the hospital. After GPS evidence confirmed all of this weird behavior, the next step was to find the motive. Why would YNW Melly want to do this crime? After months of research, they realized that days after the passing of Sakchaser and Juvy, YNW Sakchaser was caught messing around with Melly's at-the-time girlfriend. YNW Melly's ex-girlfriend's mother would sit down for a deposition, as the ex-girlfriend actually denied it from law enforcement for months. So during the interview, the police officer would ask the girlfriend's mom, "Were you aware that Sakchaser sent your daughter some rather special type of photos?" Where she responds, "Yes, I am." He asks, "You saw those pictures?" She replies, "I didn't see them, but she called me, and then they came over. She was in Tallahassee during that time, and she told me about them." Now, this could easily be seen as a motive for Melly to commit this crime. Sakchaser messing with Melly's at-the-time girlfriend would obviously cause some major red flags in their friendship. However, it wasn't until they found this next motive which really opened their eyes on YNW Melly actually doing this crime. It was revealed that YNW Sakchaser was set to receive $200,000 from Melly's record label, known as 300 Entertainment. They had their eyes on Sakchaser for quite some time. However, just a few weeks prior to Sakchaser getting offered this record deal, YNW Melly's mother would post this to her Facebook page.
Show me text messages from Sakchaser, all her friends, and all these people. Like, he's about this life. But I'm saying, like, who you ever out at? What you ever did? You couldn't even take charge. If you don't sit your down and don't ever come for me, because my credentials is real. It ain't even a joke. So don't ever try to come for me, because I don't even play them type of games. Like, what you got that I ain't got? Oh, you your little. I got big. At the end of the day, Melly is my child.
Now, this would then create another mystery for law enforcement. Why is Melly's mom saying these things on the internet? Well, Melly has stated many times that his mom is the most important thing in his life. If someone goes after her, there could be a real motive to retaliate. To find answers, the police would attempt to subpoena the record label, known as 300 Entertainment. However, the detective explained the company refused to honor their subpoena, leaving the feds to an empty road. Then the feds would then go to Sakchaser's mother mother, asking her if she knows anything about a record deal. Jana Thompson, also known as Sakchaser's mom, actually knew some about it, so she sat down for a deposition and she said this. "My son hysterically called me," she said. "He was very concerned about my whereabouts. He was concerned about his sister's whereabouts, and he just seemed concerned, like something is gonna happen to us. And then he told me that he would not get his money," she explained. "He said, I'm probably not gonna get my 200 grand. I'm probably not gonna get my money." Now the $200,000 is obviously record deal type of money. This wouldn't be no kind of money doing some sort of job for YNW Melly. This has definitely gotta be the record deal. And with Sakchaser admitting to his mom that he's not gonna get the money, he must have known that Melly was quite angry, whether it was from the ex-girlfriend or Melly's mom. With all of this being shared inside of the courtroom, it would be this moment where rappers would begin reacting to Melly, sharing their favorite moments with him on social media, and wishing him luck in the case. His brother, YNWB Slime, would share this during an interview.
So what's some of the musical advice YNW Melly gave you?
Musical advice: find fire melodies and make money.
No cap. At least you're just straightforward. How was it to see your brother rise to the forefront?
It's kind of like normal to me, because I already knew it was going to happen. It's just a matter of time when.
When can the people expect to see Melly on?
What could it be? I would say a cheat code for the rap game.
As this would later result in Toronto rapper Drake speaking his mind on YNW Melly.
A kid like YNW Melly who just has the craziest melodies, pain in his voice, you know, but not afraid to just be like, yeah, sure, like I might be this way on road, but in my music, this is what I enjoy doing.
As not too long later, we would even see Kodak Black showing his favorite memory with YNW Melly and speaking on him in the process.
Yeah, man, free that boy Melvin, man, free Melly.
Man, stop playing. We're not playing like that. Oh, you go
And before the release of Lil Durk's new album, he would also share a moment with Melly alongside King Von.
Bust, you got 10 piece. Bust harder than mine. It's me. It's you all. I say, you got 10 piece. Song.
Not too long later, we would even see Meek Mill speak on YNW Melly. He would share on Twitter, and I quote, "Free Lil Melly, he's innocent. Let's watch the facts of this case so he doesn't get railroaded. It's in Florida, it might be on TV." This would even later cause Boosie to tweet, "I'm in prayers for YNW Melly tonight. I was in the airport and he paid for my food and magazines, and he really showed me love and respect." As he said, "Nah, OG, you ain't paying for anything. I'm about to call the prayer warriors for you, bro," which would even lead into an alleged Snoop Dogg tweet that went viral on Reddit, stating, "That Melly boy Cole, youngin's doing questionable stuff in the industry now. Is he guilty though?" However, the reactions from rappers would begin to slowly fade away, as the judge would ask Melly during court, "Why did you try breaking out of jail?" This was an incident involving the Broward County Jail just a few months ago, as during an interview on April 11th, 2022, the Broward Sheriff's Office received a tip regarding inmates Nicholas Lewis and Jamal Demons, both being housed in the same unit at the main jail, planning an escape from jail by having Demons' attorney bring in handcuff keys to assist them with the escape. Additional information provided that Lewis had an item that's illegal in jail, as well as narcotics that were not prescribed to him. We would see YNW Melly's mom react to this herself.
Okay, so I'm at work and I just seen this crazy story. First of all, this is just another tactic for them to try to literally just tarnish my son's character and everything. They do not want him having attorney visits in person, which will cause for ineffective counsel. So we went to court for that. And they took his phone calls and they have him locked down. They had no evidence whatsoever that his attorneys did anything wrong to prove these accusations, but they knew it would get picked up by the media. So when we get ready to pick a jury, hopefully within the next 2 weeks, it's gonna be, oh, this kid tried to escape. Oh, this kid tried to do all these things. This is all fake because they do not have a case.
And we would even see YNW Melly's music manager, 100K Track, back up Melly's mom by stating this.
He built a real great solid team away from just being innocent because he wouldn't do such a crime. He prepared himself and got a proper, defense. Their job is to handle themselves in trial, not on social media. You guys are taking it that way. If they say they got DNA in a car, I'm just gonna tell you, Melly DNA was found in the car. You're gonna think, yeah, his DNA was found in the car the day of the. Oh, he jumped in a car and his DNA was in the car. He did it, okay? But you're not gonna put the fact that this was his car for 6-7 months on those documents and dockets and just automatically be like, yo, he's fried. You don't even know what the defense is. You don't even know what the rebuttal is. You don't even know why that situation occurred. You hear ballistics flying, you don't know what the defense is. You hear this, you hear that. You get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest.